Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Tuesday the 23rd of January. A North Shore police officer has been charged with perjury relating to evidence he gave during a trial. He has pleaded not guilty and at an appearance in the Auckland District Court this morning elected for a jury trial. Jacob Jones reports.
The officer's been granted interim name suppression. Court documents allege he falsely claimed during a trial at the North Shore District Court that he was qualified to use a radar device. He has been suspended from duty. The Commerce Commission will be investigating our two major supermarket chains. It's looking into whether their pricing and promotional practices comply with the Fair Trading Act. It's after a complaint from Consumer New Zealand citing more than 600 examples provided by shoppers of unclear or misleading prices. Commerce and Consumer Affairs Minister Andrew Bailey says it's up to the Commission whether it takes a look.
I've been very encouraging of the Commerce Commission to do things if they feel that their facts warrant it, and I'm glad to see that they have taken this up and are pursuing it.
National hasn't changed its mind on the scope of its support for ACT's Treaty Principles Bill. Leader David Seymour wants to introduce the legislation by May. National has promised to support it up to select committee stage, but Seymour says it hasn't ruled out further support. But Māori Development Minister Tamo Potaka says National will keep to the letter of its coalition agreement.
Mr Seymour is entitled to his views and his opinions. What we've made our commitments through the coalition agreement, and we made a concession obviously to support the bill to the first reading.
Hato Hone St John says demand for ambulance services is increasing, but so are staff numbers. The service says the number of people dialing 111 has steadily grown, but it says 165 more ambulance officers are working frontline compared to a year ago. Ambulance Operations Deputy Chief Executive Dan O's says local and international recruitment efforts have driven the increase.
What that's enabled us to do is not only buffer our attrition as people retire or move into other parts of the health sector, it's also enabled us to increase the numbers of staff working frontline.
And record numbers of nursing and allied health staff have enrolled to train to work in mental health and addiction. Disappointment for a man caught out by a parking scam in Auckland while going to the Foo Fighters concert. A number of drivers were directed to a private park by a man in a high-vis vest and paid him $20. But they returned to find their cars towed and were charged hundreds of dollars to get them back. Victim Greg Taylor says it was a sad end to a fantastic night. He says one simple action could stop it happening again.
The business that we parked out the front of, maybe if they don't want people parking there, can I suggest they put a chain across so that they can put it up and cars can't be directed into their car park.
To sport, football Ferns striker Millie Clegg is about to make another significant jump in her career, moving to the top women's club competition in the United States. The teenager has signed a 3-year deal with Racing Louisville FC, who play in the National Women's Soccer League. Owen Farrell's international rugby career could be over after confirmation he'll join Paris club Racing 92 from July. Prop James Lay will captain Moana Pacifica in Super Rugby this year as he begins his first season at the franchise. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.